some standard functions. In this class we are going to deal with different rules of differentiation, and I listed all the rules, okay. And seventh one is the summation rule. So derivative for the sum of two functions f of x plus g of x. So to find the derivative of summation, to find or to generate any particular rule or formula, we need to go with the definition method and the first principle method, that is. So d by dx of f of x plus g of x we need to find. Take it as some p of x. So we are going to find the derivative of this p of x. As per the definition is this, and then p of x plus h is what? Replacing x plus h here. So p of x plus h is this f of x plus h plus g of x plus h, and p of x is simply f of x plus g of x. As we learned limits, easily we will apply limit on the sum of the functions. So just apply limit for this f of x plus h minus f of x by h, as well limit for this difference of g by h. This first one is the derivative of f of x, whereas the second one is the derivative of g of x. As a look, if you observe, d by dx of f of x plus g of x is equals to d by dx of f of x plus d by dx of g of x. We can extend this idea for more functions also. Second rule is the constant multiplication rule. Already we know all these rules. Already you all know about derivatives. You may learn from physics or some other way. But as a mathematics part, we need to discuss the way of generating the rules, and then the way of applying the rules, and then we go with the further ideas. So first of all, it is d by dx of k into f of x we need to find. So to find the rule or derivative of anything, we need to go with the definition method. So take this k into f of x as some other function like t of x. So what is its derivative? What is its formula? This is the formula. T of x plus h is replacing x with x plus h. T of x means replacing x with x. So k is a common thing for these two separated. So k into limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x by h. Just have a look. This is simply nothing but derivative of f of x. So finally what? D by dx of k into f of x is k into d by dx of f of x. Easily we can separate the constant out. So by using the first rule and second rule, just extend that ideas for many functions, not only for 1 and 2. For suppose if you have three functions like this, a into f1 of x plus b into f2 of x minus c into f3 of x. So second rule is suggesting that separate constant, whereas first rule is suggesting easily apply derivative on sum of functions. So this is simply nothing but a is a constant, write it out. So a into d by dx of f1 of x, and then we need to apply derivative for this. So plus b into d by dx of f2 of x minus c into d by dx of f3 of x. So like that easily we will apply derivative on this a f1 of x plus b f2 of x minus c f3 of x, that's it. And then now think about this d by dx of x square minus 3 sin x plus 4 log x base a minus 5 into 2 power x. X square, sin x, log x, 2 power x are the standard functions, and multiplication of constants for those standard functions as a summations, okay. And this is simply nothing but what? D by dx of x square. What is the derivative of x square? You just simply write the derivative of x square as 2x. So d by, actually you need to write, okay, d by dx of x square minus 3 into d by dx of sin x plus 4 into d by dx of log x base e minus 5 into d by dx of 2 power x. Now in the next step, you just write the formulas for all those things, okay. So what are the formulas for all those things? Just have a look. So for the space I will use this part. So that is equals to d by dx of x square is 2x minus 3 into d by dx of sin x is cos x plus 4 into d by dx of log x is 1 by x minus 5 into derivative for 2 power x is 2 power x into log 2 base e. This is your final answer, and these two rules are just helping us to solve the problems in this way, okay. You just have a look. Just once again have a look. And now in 8A we are going to discuss the product rule. So generating a rule to find the derivative for the product of two functions f of x into g of x. So initially take the product as some p of x. So apply derivative definition on p of x. So this is the answer. And now this p of x plus h is nothing but replacing x with x plus h here, and p of x is simply replacing x there. So now for this difference, I am just adding this f of x plus h into g of x plus f of x plus h into g of x. Just subtract that and then add that, no problem, right? And now think about this first one as well, this third one. In these two terms, f of x plus h is a common thing, so separate it. You left with g of x plus h and g of x in the bracket. Okay. Plus limit h tends to 0. Then think about the remaining two terms. From there 2, you just come out plus gx. So this is plus g of x into f of x plus h. So g of x is out, f of x plus h in. And here minus f of x into g of x. G of x is out and then minus f of x is in. And now limit h tends to 0. F of x plus h. As h is tending to 0, f of x plus h is simply f of x into, as h is tending to 0, difference of g values by h, g of x plus h minus g of x by h is simply nothing but d by dx of g of x plus limit h tends to 0, g of x. See, look at this g of x, h is not involved, so simply write out into, now limit h tends to 0, what is the other part? Other part is this f of x plus h minus f of x by h, difference of f values by h, which is simply nothing but d by dx of f of x. So finally, just have a look, d by dx of the product f of x into g of x is simply f of x first function into d by dx of g of x derivative of second function plus g of x second function into d by dx of the first function. And finally, this is your product rule to solve many problems. Have a look. So we found that d by dx of f of x into g of x as f of x first function into derivative of the second function plus second function g of x into derivative of first function. Using that logic, now we are going to find the derivative of this x square cos x. Just have a look, x square is the first function, cos x is the second function. To answer first function, x square into d by dx of cos x, second function, plus second function, cos x into d by dx of x square, first function. Likewise, we need to find. So now this is equals to x square into d by dx of cos x. As I mentioned to you in the last class, d by dx of cos x is minus sin x plus cos x into d by dx of x square. So the derivative of x square is 2x. And on simplification, which is simply 2x cos x minus x square sin x is the answer. So now it is finding derivative for the product of functions. We have a chance to extend this idea for many functions. D by dx of f, g, h if you have, then its derivative, its answer is simply nothing but d by dx of f first function into second function g of x into third function h of x, okay, plus f of x into d by dx of second function into h of x plus f of x into g of x into d by dx of third function. You just have a look, extending the same idea for three functions, okay. So just have a look, quotient rule. See, already we proved the product rule using definition method. In the same way, we can prove this quotient rule also using definition method along with the concepts of limits, okay. Just I am giving the rule, and then if you wish to just try it and then ask me post if you have any doubts. D by dx of f of x by g of x is simply, if you go with the definition method, your answer is simply g of x is the denominator square, and the numerator, see, the denominator g of x into derivative of this numerator f of x minus f of x into derivative of the denominator g of x. Likewise, we need to solve. Now I need to solve this d by dx of sin x by x. Okay. So simply d by dx of sin x by x. Okay. As you said, denominator x into d by dx of numerator sin x minus f of x is the numerator, sin x into d by dx of x divided by x square. So denominator is x and it's square. That is equals to x into d by dx of sin x is cos x minus sin x into d by dx of x is 1 divided by x square. At the end your answer is x cos x minus sin x divided by x square. Okay, just have a look. So have a look, and another rule is this chain rule. Okay, actually in this class we are going to discuss, I am going to just mention all the rules, okay, rules of differentiation and some simple examples. In the next class we are going to solve different problems related to these rules and combination of rules and everything. So now the next thing is chain rule. Here we need to find the derivative for the composite functions. We already learnt the composite functions like g circle f or f circle g like that. So d by dx of g circle f of x we need to find. So we need to apply our basic definition method to find its derivative. So treat this g circle f of x as some p of x. So d by dx of p of x is the first step. And just apply our definition for this d by dx of p of x. So if you apply definition for this p of x, then limit h tends to 0, p of x plus h minus p of x by h. P of x plus h is replacing x with x plus h in this composite function. So g circle f of x plus h, and this is g circle f of x. So as we learnt composite functions, g circle f of x plus h is g of f of x plus h minus g of f of x by h. But just I am dividing it with the difference of f functional f values, and I multiplied with the difference of f values. That means f of x plus h minus f of x into f of x plus h minus f of x by h. Just simply apply limit for this fraction and for that also. So this is simply nothing but limit h tends to 0, g of f of x plus h minus g of f of x divided by f of x plus h minus f of x into limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. And now you just express it in terms of derivative. How to convert, how to express it in terms of derivative? So because of the space I am using this actually. So just look at this second part. What is the second part? Limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x by h. That is clearly d by dx of f of x, because difference of functional values f values divided by difference of the inputs x values. But whereas if you think about this first part, numerator is difference between g values, function g values, and denominator is difference between function f values. That means numerator is difference of g, denominator is difference of f, and so we will write it like this. Yeah, the first thing is derivative of function g of x with respect to derivative of f of x. See, not the function g of x, the numerator is what? Basically, yeah. Second thing is very clear, what that is d by dx of f of x, right? And this is what? That is d by dx of f of x, and this is derivative of g circle f of x with respect to x. Is it right? Just look at this. G of f of x plus h is g circle f. G of f of x is g circle f. So basically, derivative of this g circle f of x is derivative of g circle f of x with respect to f of x into derivative of f of x with respect to x. Okay, as a rule, if you observe, it looks bit complicated, but while solving the problems, it gives you very interesting idea and you will solve easily. Just have a look. I will mention one example. So finally d by dx of g circle f of x. G circle f of x means what? G circle f of x is basically g of f of x. For that, g of f of x, okay, the derivative is this, derivative of g of f of x with respect to derivative of f of x into derivative of f of x with respect to x. Now here it is d by dx of sine of x square. Here g of f of x, here sine of x square. So g is simply sine, f of x is simply x square. So you need to just compare like that, okay? And now this answer is simply nothing but derivative of sine of x square with respect to derivative of x square into derivative of x square with respect to x. That's what we need to find. You just have a look. Derivative of sine of something with respect to same value is cos of x square into derivative of x square is what? 2x. This is the way of applying chain rule. Okay. So just I mentioned you different rules of differentiation with some simple examples. Using all these rules in different manner, we are going to solve problems in the next class. Have a look.